Welcome back everyone. I wanted to post another review for you guys before I take a couple weeks off for a little vacation. Today we will take a look at Puddle Knights, an eShop only puzzle game on the Switch. I recently came across the game as a suggestion from Nintendo Life on a feature that they did on overlooked Switch games. Of course, that got my attention and Puddle Knights happened to be on sale for $5 at that time, so let's take a closer look. Puddle Knights is a level-based puzzle game where you must maneuver your queen or noble character from one space on a level to another. The concept is simple enough, but the main catch is the queen cannot cross any spaces that have puddles of mud. The only way for her to cross these spaces is to maneuver and position your knights with capes to cover up these puddles, which will allow the queen to continue onwards. Initially, this concept reminded me of a puzzle block toy I used to have called Rush Hour, where you must clear traffic in order to move a specific car from one gridlocked side to the other. I remember spending countless car rides trying to complete the various puzzles for this, and I feel like Puddle Knights does a great job of electronically recreating this wonderful feeling on the Switch. However, Puddle Knights then introduces additional mechanics through each of its worlds, which really begins to separate itself from Rush Hour or other grid-based movement puzzle games. For example, knights can stand on each other's capes to tear them off, or when verticality is added later to the game, the queen can walk on the heads of your knights to get to another part. The game truly forces you to think cleverly in order to advance through its 100 or so levels, and just when you think you're comfortable, it throws some difficult and tricky ideas your way. While the difficulty ramps up at a pace that will keep you thinking, it benefits from a generous undo button, which helps ease the difficulty some, which is necessary at times. This allows for experimenting with ideas, but not at a cost that is too frustrating. There are no timers for any level either, which also adds to the more relaxed, go-at-your-own-pace vibe to the experience. The game advertises as taking anywhere from 10 to 35 hours to complete, and that will come down to your puzzle-solving abilities to determine your own length of time with it, but regardless, you will get your money's worth. I should note that despite the simple presentation, the game is not easy, at least for me, and beginning on Worlds 3 or 4 I started to get stuck semi-frequently. Luckily, there are branching paths to combat this and take a mental break, but I do bring it up as a warning for those who are not expecting a challenging puzzle game, as you must be ready to think. Once you complete a section, additional levels are unlocked, which allows you to jump around and try different challenges. For those like myself who enjoyed the simple reward for completing puzzles, there really are a ton of satisfying moments here. In terms of the puzzles themselves, I have zero complaints with the experience outside of a couple small nitpicky things. The one thing I wanted to mention is that I do wish the game tracked the number of moves it took for you to complete a level, as it could benefit from a local leaderboard to add some more replayability to the game or to encourage others to play through it as well. That being said, again, I can't be too picky, as for a $5 price tag, it accomplishes more than what it needs to. The developer of the game, Lock Pickle, did a great job overall. Puddle Knights scores a 79 for me. It's an extremely focused little puzzle game that can be quite addicting in the right environments. I probably shouldn't say little either, as the puzzles can be quite lengthy to figure out, and you can spend tens of hours with this game. It does nothing revolutionary per se, but switches up the formula on similar games enough to make it a fine addition for anyone who likes the genre. Mostly for better, the focus is completely on the puzzles themselves, even when the going gets difficult. There really is no reason not to give this a try, especially if you are on the hunt for a good, thinky Switch puzzle experience.